Good Thursday evening, race fans, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Netcode ESports Mighty Midget Series tonight from Limaland Motorsports Park. I think it's about round 97 of the series. I'm not really sure. We took a long break there through the month of February. Got me all kinds of confused. Supposed to have had a show here last week, and well, the old man fell asleep in the chair and forgot all about it. He got used to having these Thursday nights off, so sue him, I think, is probably the easiest way to take care of it. Back tonight for sure. Looking at about 18 drivers checked in. Should be a good one. Tight little high bank bull ring here. Always a fun show with these guys regardless. And I guess we missed a barn burner last week with them, because I guess it was a whale of a show. So we'll expect good things from them this evening here. Double features. 2 30-lap features. They will run a full show. Then we will turn around and they will do a little different, shorter show. Put all the guys out, give them a chance to requalify. And then I think they'll mess with the lineup in the second one from the drop. So a lot going on in the iRacing world right now. Brand new drop for updates. Not much in it for dirt, which is, to say the very least, disappointing. We had high hopes. We really do. We had very, very, very high hopes, and those hopes dashed when all we got was one of the stupidest things I think they've ever done. They decided to take the bumpiness of the top of the quote-unquote, and I am literally using air quotes here, the cushion, and knock it down smooth, which is only going to entice guys to go up there and run on top of the cushion even harder. So I don't have a whole lot of faith in their ability to fix things anymore. So I would love to see it, and I hope in June we do get something a little more fantastic, but I do not hold out hope. I don't think they care as much about the dirt community as they once did, and that's a sad state of affairs. So you can hear and watch the guys. Got Reed Brochart, DL Lemon, Kurt Vincent on track. I think a couple of those guys just rolled off the track right now. Reed Brochart making some laps here. Go check on the other group and see how they're doing. John Borst on track. $18 drivers. Couple 2 or 3 heats. Everybody's going to the feature. First feature, heads up, just the way they get there, and then the second feature, they'll do things a little bit different. Give guys a chance to change their starting position, see if they can flip the script a little bit, as it were. Been a while since we've been on the air. I know we did the Freedom 76 here a couple weeks ago, but been a little while since we've been on with the midgets for sure. Some things looking up for DRN. DRN may be rebranding. I think we talked about this before, but I'm pretty sure this is going to happen now. We are going to become the Digital Sim Sports Network, and so you're going to start seeing a whole lot more stuff around here. Rather than just dirt racing, you'll probably see some paved racing. You never know. You may even see some sports like some football, some basketball, some hockey. All simulated, of course, all video game stuff, but nonetheless, more content. Trying to work on those things. Nothing has been set in stone yet, but I do know there's some paved racing coming. I think Midwest Dirt Series is actually going to do the new late model that just came out with the new update for iRacing. They're going to try to do a trial with it. We're going to cover it for them. And then Dirt Slingers Racing League is actually Digital Sim Racing League on the asphalt side. And they will be putting up a truck series or an Xfinity car series with fixed setup starting probably about the end of March. And all the work's still being put together for that. Things progressing, just not progressing very quickly. So we'll be rebranding. I want everybody to stay tuned. Make sure that you keep following the page. We will not change the location of it. We will just change the name of it as soon as all the new branding has been completed. We'll still be on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Don't know about the Trovo deal. They keep disconnecting us for some reason, so we may give up on them. Not positive about that yet, but we may give up on Trovo just because we can't seem to get everything to work with them the way we want it to. Plus, I can't get to chat with you guys, so that makes me a little frustrated. Don Runkle right now making some laps. The Viagra sponsor. Midget. That's kind of funny. A midget that has to have Viagra. Huh. Just called Don Tripod. On Thursday nights, Don is officially named Tripod IWD. There we go. Don's down in the other channel down there. I should get him up here and ask him how he feels about getting a new nickname. Hopefully we get to talk to him on the podium at the end of the night tonight. Not much before we get ready to go, Green. A little over a minute. I am ready. I am ready for real racing to start, and I think we're going to try to start Saturday night. If the rain will stop, we can get some sun tomorrow, and they can dry out the pits. We're going to get to go racing on Saturday, and I am very excited, very ready for that. Probably put some pictures up here on the network while we're out there. First night, straight out of the box. Just got the car out of the dyno, picked up 20 horsepower on the long end, so hoping that works to our favor this year. Don't be afraid to say hi in the chat, guys. Let us know where you're watching from. If you're watching a favorite driver, make sure to shout their name out. A lot of the guys do pay attention. And if they don't, one of their teammates probably does, and they'll let them know that they got mentioned. Good or bad. And, you know, I like the razzing. I like when you guys get after some of the drivers, honestly. There's old Shayla. Josh Gurley, man. Gerlach. 71 car. I think that thing's sponsored by Victoria's Secret because that's what he wears under his fire suit. Apparently he didn't like that car very much. All right, time to get the boys out here. Qualifying. We're rolling out on track. We're just waiting for guys to actually hit the track. There we go. Got a few rolling out now. Bobby Yankee. Stars and Stripes machine right here. Number 28. Watch Bobby make a lap. Everybody kind of getting out there now, so. We'll flick around, watch different drivers. We're going to go watch our buddy, Craig Sylvie. Dalton Strum, Andrew Smith, Bobby Yankee third. Andrew Smith, the quickest right now, 12:98. There's the Kiwi Conqueror coming out of turn number 4. Craig Sylvie up to second quick, ties for quickest lap, and we'll see what he can do if he can improve on his second. Krikorian, 12:94, goes to the top. Sylvie slower on lap number 2. Billy Barros, 38 machine. Barros always quick. I don't think it matters what car he's into. We raced ARCA cars a couple weeks ago on Wednesday, and he was pretty decent. Barros, 13:17. Make it 12:93 now for lap number 2. New quick time on the board. Will Purdue. 21 machine, or 20 machine, excuse me, 2-0. It says 2-1 on it, but I believe it's a 2-0 on the scorer. Yeah, it's 21 on the tank, 20 on the scorer. 1364, that is good enough for 18th out of 19 right now. DLM, the only car not to take time yet. And lap number 2, as the time ran out, he won't even get to complete it. So, bingo, bango, boingo, he's done 3 heats. We'll get ready. As they line up on the front stretch, we'll show you the starting grid. It's going to be the 2 car of Robert Lynn on pole, Dalton Schrum in the 88 next to him. And the Kiwi Conqueror, Craig Silby in the 7 car, row 2 inside. Billy Barros, we watched him do his qualifying laps. He'll start the 38 machine on the outside of the 2nd row. Your 3rd row, inside, the 86 of John Borst. He's next to Bobby Yankee. Yankee, the 28, starting in that 6th spot. And shotgun on heat number 1, the 14 of DLM Lemon. No qualifying time. So with a little bit of inversion in your top 4, pace truck headed in. It is race time. Green flag in the air. Heat number 1 underway. Robert Lynn, good drive out of 2. He's going to have the lead heading into 3 and 4. Is the slider coming from Schrum in that 8 machine? I don't think so. Lap 1. Robert Lynn, then Schrum, Silby, Barros, Yankee, Borst, and Lemon. Watching the top 4 right here. Silby went in deep into 3 and 4, slid up the hill. He's not going to be able to get the job done. Try to take 2nd away. Schrum making headway on the bottom. With Lynn running right through the middle. Schrum the short way around. Inching in closer and closer. Now had the lead for a split second. The momentum off the top side, and I think that's going to bring Silby. 8 car got a little out of shape coming out of 2. He's going to lose a lot of momentum this lap. Side by side for 2nd with 4 laps to go. Slider that time. Lynn boxed in, had to give it up. Schrum takes the lead. Silby around. Now Silby goes up the hill. He and Schrum have contact. Everybody hanging on. That time Silby led the lap by just a skosh over Lynn, and Lynn's got the inside track right now. Trying to take the spot back. Here comes Schrum deep in there. Top 5 now drawn back together. 2 laps to go. Around the top side. Can Silby make the momentum line work? Goes in. That time had to check up. Here comes Schrum. There's the return contact. Schrum goes 2 for 1 and 3 and 4. Takes the white flag out in front of everybody. Dalton Schrum with a good move down there. In turns 3 and 4, and he'll become the leader at the checkered flag and win heat number 1. Lynn, Silby, Barros, Yankee, Borst, and Lemon rounding the field out. Great action in heat number 1. Amelia, well, what's holding you up, James? Why can't you get into it? All right, heat 2, going to grid out on the front stretch for us. We'll look at our starting lineup. Yeah, it's going to be Kurt Vincent, the 42 car, starting on pole, and he'll have the 00 of Don Runkle. Old Tripod on his outside. Kyle Hooper, the 18, inside row number 2, next to David Krikorian. Krikorian in that 66 machine. Then it'll be Reed Brochart, the 93, inside row number 3, and Josh Cox in that 6th car, starting in the 6th spot. Green flag in the air. Out of 3 and 4, Kyle Hooper has the lead. Vincent in behind that. Then Runkle from the outside of the front row back to 3rd. And right in front of Krikorian. Krikorian was quick in qualifying, had the top spot for a few minutes. Got bumped off there. This time Krikorian around Runkle. Tripod dragging the anchor. He's falling back through the field quickly. Kyle Hooper starting to get away from these guys. He has 1 1/4 seconds out there over the battle that we're watching here for 2nd. That's Krikorian. the red and black car. Vincent, the blue and black car. How slow is slow, James? DSL? Coming around. It's going to be 3 to go this time by. Right now, it is all Hooper. Hooper running the slider line in 3 and 4, but still stretching. Now it's getting a little closer. Mistake there coming out of 4. I think the car got a little sideways. He lost about 3/10. Time is probably going to run out unless Hooper makes a big mistake in the next lap and a quarter here. He's going to see the white flag for Corian hugging the inside. Keeps the 66 car left front just on the outside of those buried tires right there. With the checkers in the air, Hooper wins T2. Then Corian, Vincent, Runkle, Brochart, and Cox. And Josh Cox having problems down 3 and 4. He'll finish 6th, but he'll finish that like a turtle up on his lid. So you'll see him at the back of tonight's features. We get ready for our 3rd and final heat race to grid out on the front stretch. Yeah, James, how slow is slow internet? You got to tell me, because if it's DSL, you're good enough. All right. Gridding them out for the final heat of the night. It's going to be Colt Collins, a 94 on pole. And he'll have Brady Wagner, this 728 on his outside. Josh Gerlach, old girly man, the 71. Start inside of the second row next to Andrew Smith. Smith in the 33. Tebow Brandon, the 49 car, starting inside that back row next to Will Purdue. Purdue driving the 20 car. Do not see. Yeah, there he is. Didn't see him for a second. Now I see him. All right, getting ready to go green. Green flag in the air. Oh, and up into the fence already. Andrew Smith having all kinds of problems. We will not have caution. Keep them going. Smith will get the car out of the way via the eject button. We got 5 cars under a blanket spread, 3 wide down in turns 1 and 2 on lap number 2, and out of 4 it's still going to be Colt Collins, but Gerlach working his way up on the inside, trying to pull alongside. Oh, that time Gerlach found the buried tractor tire there, and he lifted the front wheels up. That was not good for the momentum or your steering when the front ends off the ground. So he'll fall back in line and roll up on the track a little bit. Halfway home in the final heat. Collins, Gerlach, Purdue and Wagner going at it 3rd and 4th, almost side by side here. Going to be Wagner up on the top. Will Purdue, the 21 car, trying to go at him. Oh, and a blink out from Wagner. So Purdue having to not only race the track and what could be there, but something that may not be there, causing a problem a little bit. Coming around, going to be the white flag. That time Purdue got a good run out of 2. He goes by Wagner, went in on Gerlach, tap there, tap with Wagner. That's going to cost Wagner. Purdue still 3rd. White flags in the air. Collins got to keep it together for 2 more corners, and he'll win the 3rd and final heat. Gerlach's going to come home 2nd. Purdue in 3rd. Brandon 4th, and Wagner. And 5th by Andrew Smith. Bad news for Smith. He put it in the fence and turned 1, lap 1. Did not even get to finish the race. So 1 step up from dial-up. You need to know what your up and down speeds are. You may have enough to run with some limited stuff. You never know. Might go to the website and check and see if you meet all those standards. But real quick, while these guys are in the warm-up, let's pay a bill or 2, and we'll be right back. righty, back to it. Guys getting a little bit of laps in here. The legend. I don't know, maybe infamous, but I don't know about all that legend stuff. All right, feature time. Let's show you the starting grid. Gonna line up like this. Dalton Schrum and Kyle Hooper going to be in that front row. That's the 8 and the 18. 94 and the 2. Colt Collins and Robert Lind. Row number 2. Row 3, David Kokorian, Josh Gerlach. The Kiwi Conquer, Craig Silby, starting inside of row number 4. Next to him, Kurt Vincent. Will Perdue and Billy Barros going to make up row 5. Row 6, Don Runkle, Old Tripod in the 00 on the inside. Thibaut Brandon on the outside. And your final couple rows here, Bobby Yankee and Reed Brochart in row number 7. Row 8, Billy Wagner and John Borst. Josh Cox and Andrew Smith in the 9th row. And on the back, all by himself, starting in P19, right outside the barn door, the 14 car of DL Lemon. It clears up as soon as we get the green, because only the top 5 show to be on the lead lap. We're ready to go green right here. Kyle Hooper. Not on pole. David Krikorian after the shuffle grab. Krikorian down the back stretch into 3 and 4. Can he lead the first lap? Feature number 1. Lap number 1 go to Krikorian. Gerlach in the second. Kyle Hooper. Not in the lead, so about 4 there. Now he gets back away. Everybody's on to the lead lap, and the time is right. I don't know what is going on with iRacing scoring, but phew, I'm glad that's fixed. Meanwhile, Josh Gerlach grabbed the lead. Top side. That's a red drop for number 8 on it. In the second, he's been quick all night long. Nice 2 for 1. Kyle Hooper did for Craig Silby. Silby up to 5th. Silby pulled in on the bottom, found the exit. Going after the 4th right here. Smith having an issue. Smith, 33 car. Oh yeah, he got some help right there. He got a little how do you do, and then he pulled across in front of John Borst. We've got another how do you do. That car might be heavily damaged. We'll have to see if he is still out here riding around. He looks to be at the back. So, Gerlach, Schrum, Hooper, Kokorian, Silby, Vincent, Collins, Lynn, Barros, and Brandon. Infamous legend. You're probably right. That is plenty fast enough, James. Send me a private message. You got a machine and all the controls and stuff. Send me a private message here at the Dirt Racing Network. Let me give you some free time on iRacing.
Green flag, green flag.
I think I still have some 90-day subscriptions to give away. Send me a PM on the page. Back underway. Gerlach still out front. Getting some heat now on the top side. Schrum has found a way to wind the 8 car up. He is using the momentum line out of turn number 2. New leader down the backstretch. 7 laps in. Can he hang on to it? Do we get? He cannot hang on to it until we get around. This is a big one, Runkle. What happened to Tripod? Guess we'll have to go find out. 00 car. Like he's all by himself out here. Oh, down the front stretch wall, and yeah, then not really much that anybody could do to that. Not good. So Runkle to the pits. Gerlach was, well, apparently they scored Schrum in front, so now it's Schrum, Gerlach, Hooper, Krikorian, Sylvie, the top 5. Lights going off on our safety vehicle. Waiting on Dalton Schrum, finds the throttle, green flag coming back out, single file. On the back stretch, almost single file through the top 10. Now look like Robert Lynn was first car down on. Somebody's got the fence down the front. Evan Krikorian, no caution, he grabs it back up. Loosen caught now. I think that was a product of the first one. Krikorian is going to find the fence in round 4, running 4th at the time, and he is going to bump the wall. Oh, he got a little help. He had to slow down. Silby didn't have time to react. Pushed him up there. Krikorian gets it going. And then there, John Borst gets in. He's going to flippity-flop. A couple other cars going to go around. Looks like Josh Cox is back there as well. So we'll go back to the front. That's going to be Schrum, Gerlach, Hooper, Silby, and Vincent, and Collins, Lynn, Brandon, Barnes, and Yonke in the top 10. 20 laps remaining. Get them single filed up. Lights are going to go off on the pace vehicle. 20 laps to go. 18 of our 19 cars still on the track. I think Brundle's out there. Yeah, he is making some laps. Couple laps down at this point, but still making laps.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Crossover move coming. Gerlach, Hooper went after him, and Gerlach able to cross him over. Now slide line 3 and 4. It's going to be a slider battle now. Unless Hooper can make it stick and lock the door right here. Gerlach right back at him, and I think we're going to get caution before that happens. Whoever had that at the line. Is Billy Barros in this? Watching for the 38 car, right? Green number 1. Oh, yeah. Hard right here. I think he barely got clipped right there, but man, oh man. Hard to get them going, hard to keep them going. Don Runkle back to the pit.
Green, green, green.
Quick caution back to green. Good look at Dalton Schrum. Out of 4 down the back stretch. Kyle Cooper got around Josh Gerlach. Oh, big mistake back here. This is going to end up crazy out there. We saw this start. Gerlach and Schrum are going to get into it. Let's go out a little wider here. Good through 3 and 4. Schrum catches a little fence, loses the car, and then Gerlach committed to the line, comes in there, and he is going to pirouette a couple of times. And we always knew he was kind of a twinkle toes. So. Nice pirouette there. All right, let's get back to the front here. Follow him up, that's going to be Shrum on the top. And it will be Hooper, Sylvie, Collins, Lynn, Vincent, Brandon, Smith, Yankee, and Boris. Top 10 will go back. Quick caution. Looks like Cooper going to go after Shrum. That didn't work out. Slider line easy crossover. Goes back to the front. Kyle Hooper. Maybe not done just yet. Close the gap a little bit. Oh, car up and over, back to the back. I'm not exactly sure who. I saw it happen. Maybe Kurt Vincent. Let's watch right here. But I think that was Netcode as much as anything. Probably a pretty good space between those cars, and it didn't really make much difference. So right now, war of attrition is we have Vincent, Lemon, and Runkle out. Josh Cox, I believe, is also in the pit, so still 15 cars on track. The last of those, Josh Girl. First of them, Dalton Shrum, then Kyle Hooper, Craig Sylvie, Colt Collins, Robert Lynn, Timo Brandon, Andrew Smith, Bobby Yankee, John Morrison, Larry Gordon, and the top 10. All right, base truck is in, back to the green flag.
Green, green, green.
Hooper not quite the start he had the last time around. He's going to get slid by Sylvie. He's going to go right back out. They're going to stay almost side by side here. This could turn into a pretty good battle as Craig Sylvie. Usually a little bit like a dog with an old bone. He's not going to cut it loose until he's forced to, and we get cautioned once again. So we had a green flag, and let's go see if David Krikorian is at least part of this. See if Wagner may be part of this now. Right, he's going to put the fence on right there. There's where our caution right there. That happened around Krikorian, but it wasn't Krikorian, and he may have just got a piece of it. So Josh Cox back on track. Going to be scored in 15. Vincent going to be 16 when we get back to 3. Right now it's from Hooper, Sylvie, Collins, and Lynn. Up at the front. Ticking off the laps. We're past halfway. Still 13 to go. Going to be 12 when the green drops.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back in the air. Another good start for Hooper. He's going to get a slide job from Sylvia again. He's going to go right back by. This was starting to shape up in the last one, and we got the caution right about here. And again, this time, John Borst. Pink or blue car right there is going to be the car involved. I think he's going to catch the fence down here. Oh, he caught it before he got to turns 3 and 4. And then the opening. Off. So, quick cloud of dust, and then back to pace speed we go. Can't go warp speed until you learn how to go pace speed. So. Shrum, Hooper, Sylvie, Collins, and Lynn still in the top 5. 14, 15, and 16 cars.
Green, green, green.
As Vincent is out there. A couple of laps down, everybody else at least one. Here comes the slider from Sylvie in 3 and 4. It's not going to stick. Super easily going to count it out. He saw that one coming a long ways away. Things heating up for 4th and 5th. Robert and Lynn. Oh, a little wiggle there from Brandon. Well, that was Collins that wiggled, and Brandon tried to take advantage. Now we got guys upside down the front. Oh, Collins.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Brochart, and Brochart's going to end up upside down in 1 and 2. So. This is feature number 1, folks. Feature number 2 are going to be right after this. We'll keep it live. We'll talk to a couple drivers. We will switch servers, and we're ready to come back at it. 8 to go. We get the green. Schrum, Hooper, Sylvie, Lynn, and Collins still the top 5.
Green flag, green flag.
Sylvie didn't go for the slider that time. Went to the bottom. Wants to see if there's some advantage by running on the very inside. He's not coming forward. He may be going back as Robert Lynn. Oh, contact there, and I don't know that was.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Let's watch Hooper on this one. 14 car. He goes in. Sylvie's coming through the middle. Not even trying to throw a slider. And I think, yeah, Hooper got a little up, was coming down the hill, and Sylvie was just there. Got to kind of call that one a racing deal. On the lead lap 2. Wagner, Cox. I think Midget may still be out there as well. So make it 15 cars on the track. 6 to go at the green. Right now it's all Schrum. He took the lead a handful of laps into this thing and has not relinquished it. And he has really been kind of the class. But Sylvie up to 2nd now. So we'll see.
Green flag, green flag.
Cat and mouse on the restart. It's going to work to Schrum's advantage with Sylvie. Still going to have 5 laps trying to reel him in, do something with him. Schrum goes up on the fence. Sylvie's going to have it pretty easy. Sylvie slides across the nose. Schrum's going to fight back. This time Sylvie up the hill. Schrum had to really get on the binder. Sylvie kept him pinned in. Now Sylvie's starting to get away. Going to be 3 to go this time. Sylvie, Schrum, Smith, Lynn, and Yankee, the top 5. And Craig Sylvie starting to stretch this thing out. Got about 8 car lengths on him now. Slider line in 1 and 2. Watching the battle for 2nd right here. There's 4 cars vying for it. And around the top side, Smith looks like he's going to grab it away from everybody. If he can keep the momentum up, had to cut under Lynn. Going to try to cut to the high side of Schrum. Slicing and dicing, weaving his way through cars. White flag in the air for Craig Sylvie. That's the battle on the track right now, right here. We're watching it for 2nd place. Looks like Sylvie's going to come home with the checkers in feature number 1. Who's going to be 2nd? Who's going to be 3rd at the line? Smith grabs 2nd. Schrum will come home in 3rd. Then Lynn and Yankee, your top 5. Gerlach with a recovery from the back of the pack up to 6th in the closing laps. So, oh, he's going to park in the worst possible spot. Had to park in the worst possible spot, didn't he? Well, you know what? We're just going to have to look at that old speaker right there. We'll talk to Dalton Strum here in just a second, see if he comes into the waiting room. Pretty sure old Sylvie will be around. He always comes to visit with us. Let's move Craig to the waiting room. Oh, bad dog, Dalton Strum. You took your car off the track. So did Andrew Smith. Those never make me happy. Well, let's go talk to the winner, at least. Craig's upside down the corners. I really can't get on the other guys because Craig isn't doing us a lot of favors either. So we'll go talk to him. He had to crawl out through the top of the car since he's upside down in turn number 1. But the Kiwi Conqueror over there, what happened, buddy?
Oh, one of the children got a little bit upset, I think, and decided to bin me after the race finished.
Well, we weren't following you around. We figured you'd be around for a post-race interview, upright and on the front stretch, so we weren't expecting that. But tough race tonight. A lot of cautions here at the Little Bull Ring. Yeah,
it seems to be a bit of a plague with the midgets. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it's at least we got to the finish. I haven't seen the replay yet, so I don't know what happened with whatever his number was, 18. And so yeah, I'll have a look at that. And otherwise, it was some tough battles out there.
Yeah, it looked like you were able to run on the bottom and make a little headway for a while, and at the end there, you had to use the top to get around and grab the wind. When did the track start to change, and how did you find out where you needed to be?
We the middle got burnt off real early, and so the bottom was too thin. But the guys, I don't know if the midget guys don't run the top very often, and that kind of showed tonight. There was a few of them that were pretty average up top, but we got the rhythm going, and made the passes for win.
Some shout-outs, some thank yous. We'll let you celebrate this one and get ready for the second feature here in just a little bit.
Thanks, Rogers. Thanks to the Dirt Racing Network for putting this on to the world for all the world to see. Netcode ESports, the guys run the top midget series so far that I've been in, and all the other guys for showing up. It's hopefully we all get better together, and we can have some proper decent racing. Looking forward to the next one. Thanks to my team Iridium Sim Sports and Easy Trucks New Zealand, and let's go.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll see you back here in just a few minutes when we go round number 2. Congratulations again, and maybe we'll chat with you on top of the podium after the second one.
Thanks, Roger. See you soon.
The Kiwi Conqueror, Craig Silby picking up the win. Let's move on. Let's go talk to Andrew Smith. Excuse me, Andrew Smith, got a copy? Andrew, you there, buddy? Oh, well, he left us. So let's just go ahead and move on. We'll talk to Dalton Strum. Don't have his car on the track, so we'll just chat with him. Dalton, you there, buddy?
Yeah.
Good run tonight, man. Took a little while for the guys to get around you there. You had to lead for a long time, and then one tiny little mistake. What happened there with the closing laps?
Oh no, I just kind of got spooked, and just with everybody talking in Discord, just kind of messed me up, and then I caught the wall. Just killed my right front.
It looked like the track moved up quite a bit, and a lot of guys were having to run the top. And we heard Craig say that that's really not the forte for the midgets. How tough was it to stay right up there around the rim and not put the right rear in the wall? I mean, obviously you did at some point, but for the longest time you stayed right up there at the top and didn't really have a whole lot of challengers.
Yeah, it felt good. Just 3 and 4 is a little tricky coming off. They were like push up to the wall a little bit.
Well, an awesome run. I know you got round number 2 coming up. You got some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you head off and try to get this second feature, maybe pick up the win there.
Hot Bottom Industries, Cody Williams Design, Ryan Hodge Racing, and just everybody back in the Discord.
All right, man. Well, good luck in round number 2, and we'll look forward to seeing you back on the podium.
All right, thank you.
Dalton Strum finishing third. Not going to get to talk to our second-place finisher. That means I don't know what I just did right there, but I don't like it, and I don't want to do it again. All right, so that means that we are about ready to head over to the second server. And I did some crazy stuff and shut down half my stuff. So let's get a little music going. We're going to throw up the logo screen. When we get into the second server, maybe we'll grab a driver and talk to him before we get ready to do this second feature. But hang tight, and we'll be right back. All right, we've made it in to server number 2. Give the guys a little bit of time to work the track now. Then we're ready for a feature number 2. Let's see if we can talk to. Let's see if he's got a second to chat with us. Josh Gerlach, you got a copy?
Sir, Roger. How we doing?
We're doing all right. A little bit of a rough one in the first one. What are you expecting in feature number 2 tonight?
Well, it looks like we're only going to be down one guy, and that was because of his own actions after the race. But should have pretty much the same field. We have a couple qualifiers that we'll do first, 2 10-lappers, and then go right to the feature. Looking at the weather in this race, it looks like it's a little warmer. It may blow off a little bit more and get even wider. So we've got good guys. We just need them to try to string some green flag laps together, and I think we can put on a heck of a race.
Well, we have to admit that we're a little disappointed that the name that I see missing is the guy that I probably wanted to talk to the most, because we gave him a new nickname this evening because of the sponsorship on the side of his car. So and maybe you ought to just check with your broadcaster before you just go kicking people out, man. What's up with that?
Well, nobody's been kicked out, but rules are rules, and I think sometimes people don't brush themselves up on the rules, and actions have consequences. I'll just leave it at that.
Well, I applaud to that, because I'm a rules guy, and when you lay down the rules, if guys can't follow them, I kind of feel the same way that you do. You got to make an example out of one or two of them, get the rest of them's attention, and so it's a good thing. And if they broke the rules, they broke the rules. It is what it is. But we're going to miss old Tripod, it looks like. So. I mean, what can you do, right?
Yeah, I mean, I did not do what was done. So, yeah, it is unfortunate, but we've got 19 more guys here tonight that should be able to put on a good show. One guy doesn't make the show, and I think we'll have a good race for you coming up here.
Okay, wait. This must obviously not be the Tuesday night group, because I swear to God, Cohead would say that he makes the show.
Hey, Karen is his own person.
I love that you called him Karen. That is awesome, man. Well, how long
you started
are we going to
do?
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. I was told that by somebody, and I was
you
the
said it
first to
first.
actually say it, probably, because, no filter between the brain and mouth and all of that stuff. But how long do you think we're going to run the practice session before we go to the 2 quick qualifiers here?
I think if the man holding the microphone's ready to go, we can get going right now.
Whenever you advance, we're ready to go, brother. Good luck out there. Maybe a little different outcome. We'll get a chance to talk to you on the podium at the end of this thing.
I would love that, Roger. It's been a while, so hopefully we can make that happen.
All right, man. Well, good luck out there, and I'll chat with you after a bit.
Sounds good. Thanks, buddy.
Josh Gerlach, he is kind of the main man around here, and I like to give Josh a hard time. But without guys like him, we don't get to have great leagues like this. And I know from personal experience how difficult it is to manage some of this stuff. So I applaud every one of these guys that wants to take on what is the most thankless position in sim racing, and that is league operator. So kudos to him, and thanks to him for letting us cover all this stuff. So it looks like we're going to get ready for our first quick qualifier here. 10 laps, I believe the distance is. It's going to be Shrum and Silby. Woo, boy. Couple of quickies up on the front row for this one. This could be exciting. Will Perdue and Josh Gerlach. Front 2 rows in this one are nothing but full of speed. There's Ryan Hodge. I haven't seen him in a while, but I can tell you that Hodge, always quick too. He's going to be outside that second row next to Andrew Smith. It's going to be Reed Brochart and Robert Lynn in the 4th row. And then Billy Barros and John Borst in our 5th and final row. So should be a good one. Billy Barros, Robert Lynn, Ryan Hodge. I mean, you just look at that list of cars. I mean, if there was a heat race you didn't want to be in so that you could start at the front of the feature, this would be the heat race I'd call that, because this thing is just stacked right now. Couple of 10-lap qualifiers, and then we'll get to the 30-lap second feature of the night. Dalton Shrum trying to pick up where he left off in the first one. He didn't start on the pole for that first feature, but he started on the pole for this qualifier, and he goes straight to the front. Here comes Will Perdue. Perdue had bad luck in the first feature, and he's trying to atone for that here. He jumps all the way to second, gets around the spot. Andrew Smith almost lost the spot. He's able to hang on to the outside. Smith finished second in feature number 1, declined his interview with us, and we wanted to focus on feature number 2, I guess. So he's out here trying to make a little bit of noise in the qualifier. Shrum still out front, Perdue second. Smith had it for a moment. Now Silby takes back that 3rd spot. And Gerlach back here in 5th behind Smith. He's got Ryan Hodge. I expect to see the 19 car go forward I expect to see it going forward a whole lot quicker than it is here. He may shine a little more when the track starts to slick off. Oh, got out of shape there. Got some grease on the tires, and around he goes. We'll go back to the front. Schrum halfway home in this one. He's led it since the drop. Purdue second. Sylvie Smith and Gerlach fourth and fifth. Robert Lynn now up to sixth. Billy Barros, Reed Brochart, John Borst. This guy's getting around here pretty quick. Making short work of these little semi-features. Right on line, right on target. Here comes Sylvie going after second on Purdue. He had him for the moment. Just wasn't able to keep it there. Can he cross him over and come out of four with him side by side? Good race. With 2 to go for second place right here. Qualifier number 1 for feature number 2. Sylvie kept him locked down on the inside. I don't think Purdue can do much with that. They might have a little contact there. Both drivers able to continue. Sylvie's going to have second. Andrew Smith going to take advantage of the bobble from Purdue. Schrum will win it. Sylvie's going to come home second. Third place up for grabs. Third place goes to Smith. Then Purdue, Gerlach, Barros, Lynn Brochart, Borst and Hodge, excuse me. So, that quick, easy semi-feature in the books. We'll look at the starting grid for semi-feature number 2 is Kyle Hooper and Tebow Brannon on the front row. Colt Collins, Brady Wagner, row number 2. Kurt Vincent, Bobby Yankee, row number 3 for this one. Then D.L. Lemon and Josh Cox in the 4th row. And David Krikorian is going to start shotgun on our second semi-feature. Just waiting for the pole sitter and for D.L. Lemon in the 14 car to pop out on the grid. There's Lemon, and now we just need Kyle Hooper. And they are going to bump Hooper. I'm not sure what happened there. We'll get them ready down here in 3 and 4. Green flag will come out of the semi-feature number 2. 10 laps the distance. Battle at the front. Collins and Brandon, they're going to go out. They're going to have a lot of contact in this first lap. It's going to open the door for Brady Wagner. Make a bid to take second away, and he's got Bobby Yankee right behind him. Brandon fighting hard on the top side. I remember the debut for Tebow Brandon. Came in and just handled the field with ease at Cedar Lake. This was last season, about the second or third race of the season, and he has struggled in this group since then. Usually runs close to the front. Right now, looks like he's taking a sniff at trying to grab the lead. They're going to come around. Going to be 6 to go this time. Collins still out front. Brandon second. Wagner and Yankee going at it for third and fourth. They're going to be side by side behind that. Krikorian and Vincent side by side. Oh, contact here. They are going to keep them straight. Amazingly enough, nobody in that 4-car group ends up wrecking it. David Krikorian, the beneficiary of all of the mayhem, grabbed third and then promptly loses the right rear out at turn number 2 and gives the spot back to Bobby Yankee. So Yankee to third, Krikorian to fourth. Vincent and Wagner side by side for 5th and 6th. Tebow Brandon now going for the lead around the top side of 3 and 4, and he's got it. 3 to go. Worked it long enough, stayed patient, focused, grabs the lead off the top side. 2 to go. Tebow Brandon in front. Semi feature number 2. Yankee has gotten into third as he got around Krikorian. Krikorian now has Vincent And Vincent's going to rocket by on the top side. So the top side's starting to come in, bottom side still looking a little on the greasy side right now. The white flag is in the air for Tebow Brandon. And he's going to win our second semi-feature. Collins, Yankee, Vincent. And the fourth, then Wagner, Krikorian, Lemon, Cox, and Hooper. And Hooper did not even make the call. So we'll see if the boys going to have some time or if they're going to go straight to it. Warm-up clock ticking down, maybe some last-minute instructions. As we will advance, we're going to get ready for our feature tonight, our second feature from Limaland Motorsports Park for the Netcode ESports Mighty Midget Series. They're going to line up like this: Dalton Schrum, Tebow Brandon, your two semi-feature winners up at the front. And then Sylvia Collins in row 2, Smith and Yankee in row number 3, Purdue and Vincent 4. The fifth row, Gerlach and Wagner, and Barros and Krikorian in that 6th row. Lynn and Lemon, row 7. Rochart and Cox in row 8, Boyce and Hooper in row 9, and Ryan Hodge. Shotgunner right now, I do not see the 6 car of Josh Cox or the 18 car of Kyle Hooper. So Schrum dominated until the last 4 or 5 laps of feature number 1. He's starting at the front. This one, I think they're going to do some shuffle here. Maybe not. Maybe they are not going to shuffle. I thought we were going for a shuffle the way the cars took off. Does not look like we're going to shuffle. So we'll see if Schrum now can start on the pole and lead all 30 laps. Lights off onto the pace vehicle, getting ready to go green out of turn number 4.
Green flag, green flag.
Great start for Dalton Schrum. Really had him snookered there. Oh, Smith with a big long slider. Didn't get into anybody, but he's took a chance on the opening lap, trying to slide up from the bottom through traffic. Lap 1 in the book, Schrum, Sylvie and Brandon, then Smith and Purdue, your top 5. Trying to go back-to-back sweep tonight. Good little bit of driving right there. Brandon now got a fight. Fell back after the contact off the right rear of the Sylvie's car. Tight quarters racing that time. Kind of stalled in the middle of 3 and 4. Oh, contact, cars headed left, cars headed right. Great job again, grabbing them up. Man, these guys are really racing hard. A lot of body-to-body contact right now. We got a battle for the lead up at the front. Craig Silby, Dalton Schrum going at it. Silby's got it off the top side, new leader. 5 laps in. This time, Silby wasted no time heading for the front. Schrum into Andrew Smith behind that. Purdue is 4th. It is a Schrum for 5th on back. Here comes that 19 car, and I said I'm used to seeing them go forward a lot faster than that. Now Pilot down in 1 and 2. Wagner, Krikorian, maybe Borst in this. Whoop. Pressed the wrong button. Didn't get the replay started. Now we're going to get the replay started. See if this starts in front, but Krikorian is in front. Oh yeah, that's starting right in front. Robert Lynn, Krikorian, looks like Tebow Brandon maybe. All kind of got together. Like I was saying, it's close quarters racing. These guys are very tight on top of one another, and sometimes weird things just tend to happen when you're there. So, little contact, we'll slow it down. 7 laps into this one. Sylvie, Schrum, Smith, Purdue, Collins, Gerlach, Hodge, Barrows, Yonke, and Vincent, the top 10 currently. Looks like the light's going out on the pace truck, so we're going to go green out of 4 with 23 to go. Down off the hill on the throttle. Craig Sylvie bringing it back to the green flag. Here comes the 19 car, Ryan Hodge. I told you before, I'm used to seeing that car go forward. He didn't go very far forward in his apex. Out. Starting to get that 19 locked in. Here he comes. May go 2 for 1 down here in 3 and 4 as he went to the inside of both Gerlach and Collins. Out to the middle, moves Collins up to the top. Those two up to 5th goes the 19 car. Now right up against the outside wall. Car out of shape. That was Will Purdue. And Purdue.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Purdue is in this one. I'm not seeing where that happened. Let's see. Went for the subtle, clipped the right front on the left rear of Smith's car, and then starts a melee. Colt Collins got involved. Tebow Brandon had another bit of contact. Hooper, Cox, everybody kind of this one. Cox 12, Hooper's out, Purdue now out of it. So 16 cars out of 19 still on track. Creeping up on the halfway point. 11 laps in the books. 19 to go. Feature number 2. The Netcode ESports Mighty Midget Series. Limaland Motorsports Park. Pace truck in. Just waiting on Sylvie to make that quick jerk to the left. Jump on the throttle and green flag. Second, third, fourth. Here comes Ryan Hodge. Hodge going for the 2 for 1. Got 1, had 2, gave them both back before he got to the start-finish line. As he tried to get both Smith and Schrum with that move. Now he's got the outside on Smith. Can he make it go? Keep the momentum. Right rear brushes the outside wall. Kind of caused him to tip up a little bit. He had to get out of the throttle.
All right, man.
Back down the
Caution is
ground.
out. Caution is
And
out.
caution. Josh Cox. Car crashed in front of him. Cox had contact. Oh, and then Cox finds the outside fence. So maybe a little damage from that contact. And now there's your caution right there. So back to a couple of laps in the books. One cloud of dust and caution, let me see. 16 to go when they take the green. Told you we gotta watch Ryan Hodge. He has creeped all the way up. He started 19th. We are not quite to halfway, and he is all the way up.
Green
Picked
flag,
up
green
16
flag.
spot. Now on the restart, gonna try to make it 17. Around Schrum into P2. Schrum's going to settle in behind. Now no need to battle right here. We're not even to halfway. Oh, and then the big mistake. Right side tires got
All
to
right,
the
man.
fence.
Caution is out. Caution
We'll
is out.
watch that happen live. That was interesting. Guess we put too much pressure on the young man. As he comes out of 4, down the front stretch, the right rear grabs, and then the right front. No chance. The right front gets up in the air and grabs like that because it turns it to the right, and then you see that he flips it and tumbles it over. So He was coming forward and picked up 17 spots right at the halfway point, and now he'll have to go all the way to the back again and restart in position number 16. He did it in half the race on the last run, but as the track starts to go, I think it's going to get harder and harder for these guys. So, Sylvie Schrum, Smith, Yankee, and Krikorian in the top 5, Lemon, Brochart, Gerlach, Brandon, and Borst in the top 10. So they are going to get ready to go back to green. This time out of 3 and 4, 14 laps, just past the halfway point. Once again, green flag back in the air, and Craig Sylvie. So good. 1 and 2, everybody kind of minding their P's and Q's right now, trying to get some momentum and some rhythm. Go back to about mid-pack. Gil Lemon's car limit. 8th position improved right now. Hard charger for the race. Up 2. Behind that, Robert Lee, 2 car. John Borst in the 86. Billy Barros, the 38 car. These guys all back right inside the top 10. Robert Lynn with a little bit of a bite. Gonna get back underneath him. Keep it going. He'll fall all the way back to 13th. Let's go back to the first. Starting to lose touch with your leader here as Sylvia is out there about 10 car lengths.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Caution will erase every bit of that. Brandon again. He's had nothing but bad news all night in feature number 2. Had bad news in feature number 1. Did the exact same thing in feature number 1, just not quite as lazy a tumble through there. Same spot. And comes out with the same result. So Brandon 0 for 2 at Limaland, and he'll probably be glad to get away from this place. Still Sylvie, Schrum. Sorry, lost it. Smith, Yankee, Krikorian, Lemon, Gerlach, Brochart, Barros, and Borst. Your top 10. And Lynn, Wagner, Collins, and Vincent rounding things out. As there's 15 cars on the track, 4 retirees. Inside 10 to go, going to be 9. When we take the green flag. Oh, what in the world just happened there?
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back in here. Something happened at caution on the speedway. I don't really know. I want to go back. I just want to go back. And I want to focus in right here at about 3rd. And it looked like a little bit of a Yankee squeezed into the fence right there. And I don't know if that was just a product of guys not knowing where each other were. But unfortunate for Yankee as he ends up out of this thing. Smith maybe didn't know one another were right there, and when Smith went to go get back in line, Yankee was already there, and the right side tires found the fence and just flipped that little car right up and over. So we're down to 14 as we get ready to go back to green. Dalton Schrum 3rd in feature number 1, now sitting in 2nd. Once again, Craig Sylvie finds the perfect time to go. Get this thing back to the green flag, and he jumps out 6, 7, 8 car lengths. Smith trying to go after Schrum here. Down to 8 to go. Krikorian still 4th, Lemon still 5th. Gerlach trying to put pressure on Lemon. Down to the top 5. Move to the inside. Ryan Hodge on his charge back to the front. Already back inside the top 7. Hodge right to the outside. See how he closes in right here on Gerlach. Right to the bumper. Laps winding down. As I said, when the track starts to get a little slick, it's a lot harder to make up space. He's going to go 2 for 1 and 3 and 4 up the hill. Oh, and Gerlach didn't know for sure which way he was going.
All right, man.
Josh Gerlach.
Caution is out.
I think Josh Gerlach really borrows her in this one. It's pretty much Gerlach and right there you saw, and then off the corner, Morrow's finally gets it spun around, gets a little bump across the nose. So Hodge and Gerlach had a little contact there. That'll give us a restart with 4 to go, and Sylvie still in front of Schrum, Smith, Pretorian at 11. Then Hodge to 6, Brochart, Gerlach, Borst, and Lynn in the top 10. So Gerlach only losing about 2 or 3 spots there. All right, lights going off on the pace track. Going to go back to the green here. We'll see. Yep, we'll see if Sylvie can get another great restart. He does. Not quite as good as the last one, but he's out there. It's 5 or 6 car lengths ago. Ready to go this time, Sylvie. Not as far in front as he has been on the last couple of restarts. Oh, maybe figuring out some things here. He's going all the way to the top side. Sylvie through the middle, 2 to go. Here's Schrum driving. Schrum closing in, and he's using that momentum off the high side. Sylvie in up the hill, white flag coming out. Which set of corners is Schrum going to go after him? And I think it's going to have to be 3 and 4 as Sylvie gets good drive out of 2. Here comes Hodge. Going after 3rd, Sylvie covered the inside. Hodge trying to get on the podium. Sylvie wins it. Schrum 2nd. And Andrew Smith hanging on. So the top 3 once again. Sylvie with the win, and this time Schrum 2nd and Smith coming in to the 3rd spot. See if the drivers likes to bring him around and leave him on the front stretch for us. We like it when they leave them parked on the front stretch for us. We don't pause this because it's impossible for us to use our there we go. Now we'll get him in here. Hopefully he's got his microphone working. We get to talk to him in the first one. Andrew Smith, you there, buddy?
Yes, I'm here.
Well, a couple of good runs, 2nd and a 3rd here. Tell us at least about the 2nd feature because really solid finish. And you were up there trying to battle these guys, and at the end it just looked like the top 2 started to get away from you there.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't really find any speed towards the end, but I kind of found a little bit of speed towards the beginning of the race, and then I just kind of fell on my face towards the end.
Well, a couple of good features in the first one. You had to work your way through, and it looked like your speed stayed pretty consistent. You came all the way to 2nd. How'd you get up there in the first one, and how much different was the track between race number 1 and race number 2?
Race number 1, it wasn't really that slick. It had a little grip on the top, and I had to be patient with the lappers and just get through the field to charge up to the front.
Awesome runs, 2nd and 3rd tonight. Some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate a hard-earned run this evening.
I'd like to thank Slick Racing Graphics for the awesome graphics. I'd like to thank Dalton Trump Photography for making my car look cool on the track. And that's really it.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. We'll look forward to seeing you back here again real soon.
Yes, thank you.
Your 3rd place finisher, Andrew Smith. Now, let's get Dalton Schrum He flops it this time. He doesn't pick up the win, but he does come home in second. Mr. Schrum back in the booth with me. Hey, Dalton, you there? Dalton Schrum. Hello, sir. Maybe Dalton's not there, but he does. There he is. Now he's got it. Third or second in this one, up from third to last time. Still one spot short, and you're still chasing the same guy, man. Tell us about feature number 2.
It was a lot better. I didn't hit the wall this time, and the car felt really good.
Yeah, it looked like the track was quite a bit different also. So tell us the difference between feature 1 and feature 2.
Yeah, definitely. It was a lot more on the wall that race than the last race. Like down in 3 and 4, there was a couple of ruts, and it just made everything a little tricky.
All right, man. We know we heard your shout-outs before. Give them to us again before we let you get out of here. Great night of racing for you.
Hot Bottom Industries, Cody Williams Design, Dalton Trump Photography, and just everybody in the Discord.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats again. We'll look forward to seeing you back next week.
Thank you.
Your second place finisher into feature number 2, Dalton Schrum. And now we'll get him back in here. He sweeps tonight. Kiwi Conquer. Greg Silby back on top of the podium, buddy. You pulled it off twice, man. Tell us about the second one.
Yeah, man, 2 from 2. How about that? That's so exciting. I missed the first round last week, and so got some points to catch up. That was hard work. If there was any more laps, Dalton would have had me.
Yeah, it looked like you were getting great restarts until the last one, the one that was the most important. I don't know if he timed you up, you did something different, or if he just found something. But, man, he was right there, right on the push bar of the back of that thing, and obviously you knew he was there. What changed?
He obviously just learned from all the previous ones, because in the first race, the restarts were just they were all over the shop, and it was a bit terrible. But I was really trying hard to start from exactly the same place each time, and so that it was fair for everyone behind us. But obviously he learned from that.
Well, great run in both. You come up with sweep for the night. So long list of shout outs, thank yous. I know there was a lot of hard work put into it.
Oh, there is a lot of hard work here, mate. Thank you. It's Iridium Simsports, my team, and Easy Trucks, my business. Netcode ESports for putting this on. It's so much fun. All the guys that are in the league, it's so good racing with you guys. It's just great fun. And Dirt Racing Network, thank you.
All right, man. Well, congrats again. Thanks for chatting with us, and we'll see you back here next week.
Cheers, guys.
Greg Silby, the Kiwi Conqueror, going 2 for 2. Let's look at the results in feature 2. We did not look at the results in the first feature because we had to get from server to server, but we will look at our results. Silby, Schrum, and Smith, the top 3. Ryan Hodge, 2 times he had to drive through the field. The second time he comes up short. He was second when he lost the right side into the fence and spun it out, had to go to the back, so he restarted 16th with about 9 laps to go, and he drives that thing all the way back to 4th. He's still the hard charger. Started 19th on lap number 1. 15 spots improved, so Ryan Hodge in 4th. David Krikori in 5th. Josh Gerlach 6th. DL Lemon was 7th. 8th, Reed Brochart. Robert Lane in 9th. 10th, John Borst. Brady Wagner 11th. Colt Collins 12th. 13th was Billy Barrows. Kurt Minson in 14th. Bobby Yankee. Rough night for him all around. But he does a lot of it not his fault. He just got in bad spots at the wrong time with the wrong people, and he ends up on the short end of the stick 2 times in a row in the feature. He finishes 15th in feature number 2. Tebow Brandon. Like I said, I think Tebow's just going to be ready to be away from Limaland. He had a rough night from start to finish. He goes 16th in feature 2. Josh Cox in 17th. Will Purdue 18th, and Kyle Hooper scored in the 19th position. Good to be back with the Mighty Midget Series. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you are just tuning in late, be sure you go back and watch. A couple of good features and a lot of really good racing. We'll be back next Thursday night with these guys. Look for an announcement. Be switching over very soon to the Digital Sim Sports Network. And you're going to see a lot more than just dirt racing. You're going to see some paved racing. You're going to see some dirt racing. You're going to see maybe some basketball, simulated basketball, maybe some simulated football, maybe some simulated soccer and or hockey. We're just trying to compile a list of things to put together and expand the coverage here. So we want to be the total Sim Sports network for everybody's viewing and sporting pleasure. If you aren't already, like, sharing, and following over on the Facebook page, be sure you head over there and do that. And if you're on YouTube or Twitch, make sure you hit the subscribe button. You'll know each and every time we go live. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Again, guys, without you, none of this is worth doing. So thanks for coming in. Thanks for getting in the chat. James, do not forget to send me that private message. And go over there and make sure you have enough machine and everything to run it. And I will give you a temporary subscription. It'll be 3 months. It's all the basic content. If you want more than that, you have to buy it. If you figure out you like it, then you can keep renewing your subscription. Otherwise, who knows? You may be the next star on the Dirt Racing Network. But until I see you guys the next time, for myself and everybody here at DRN, thank you again.